हमने प्रथम और या द्वितीय अध्याय जो है उसके इस विशेष अंश में हम अटके हुए हैं पिछले 6-7 सप्ताह से। श्रीवास पंडित का अपीयरेंस आ गया, एक दिन हमने क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन रख लिए। चलिए आज प्रयास करते हैं आगे बढ़ने का।
इंग्लिश
ये हो नहीं गया था, फिर भी पढ़ता हूँ। Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. अभी रुकते हैं इस पे। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरस्य ज्ञानांजन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। तो माता जी से कुछ समय के लिए आप हटा सकती हैं स्क्रीन से।
ओके प्रभुजी इंग्लिश।
ओ यस। So the reason I paused here is because two things should be very clear. 5,000 years back, there was a provision of yajna. Yajna is something that is done for the satisfaction of Lord Vishnu. It doesn't necessarily mean that yajna would imply fire sacrifice only. Sacrifices meant to please Lord Vishnu is yajna. So if someone ever asks you the specific technical definition of the term, what do you mean when you say japa yagya? I pronounce it as yajna. If you are not very comfortable with this term, you can use the colloquial term which is yagya. More refined is yajna, but I leave it to you. It's not a very big thing. It's just a matter of pronunciation. So the technical definition is an act of sacrifice performed for the satisfaction of Lord Sri Hari. An act of sacrifice performed for the satisfaction of Lord Sri Hari is called yajna. Now here Krishna is saying men of small intelligence, they glorify karma kand, fruitive activities, resulting good birth, power, wealth, and so on. And they say there is nothing greater than this. So the one aspect was, what is the definition? So are they not performing yajna? They are also doing, but they are doing it for the satisfaction of the demigods. Predominantly Indra, Agni, Surya. Nowadays, this thing has almost gone extinct. What does that mean? Due to the high level of impurities, the fire sacrifices are taking place only in the namesake. Only in the namesake. The pronunciations are faulty. The samagri, ingredients being offered in the fire of oblation, that is also faulty. The ingredients are faulty because they are contaminated, they are impure. It is next to impossible to perform a fire sacrifice successfully. You may call a Brahmin, but whether he is reasonably competent in terms of celibacy, in terms of his conduct, asteya, dama, sama, which means sama means controlling the mind, dhamma means controlling the senses. And then on top of it, the ingredients that you are offering, whether it is grains, fruits, have they been, brought up, so to say, or cultivated in a proper manner? All of this. Why am I elongating it? Just for the simple reason. Today, a United States or a France will easily laugh at you saying there is absolutely no logic of your fire sacrifices. At max, at max, it may lessen the pollution a bit in the air. That's it. And we are so much suffering from the inferiority complex that if one laboratory of, you know, United States certifies that Vajpayee yajna or this yajna or that yajna, if it is performed, the pollution level decreases by 10%. Look at what we have come down to. Vishwa Guru of yesteryears, Bharat, is hankering for a drop of recognition from Pravritti Margis. This is what we have come down to. Oh, United States, you please certify that our Vedic culture is very great. When you will certify, then we will believe in our culture. This is foolishness at a mass scale. It's like you are a doctor by profession and you go to a very famous engineer and say, please certify that I am a very good doctor. This is madness. These days, TV debates decide whether a particular Brahmin or a speaker or a practitioner of spirituality is bona fide, qualified or not. How can they do that? You may be an expert in your field of knowledge. The reason I'm telling you all of this is now even karmakand, which means performing yajna with a specific purpose to get nice children, more wealth, more education, all such benefits, even that is non existent. Your fire sacrifice you may perform, but it will give you tiniest output, maybe 1/10,000th of the whole thing. That's all. So then what are you left with? You are precisely left with what your Western counterpart is left with, which is your own brain. Now, there is a specific course, medicine, engineering, art, commerce, this, that, get a job, if possible, run away to one of the European countries and consider that you have arrived in life, and that's it. If you are a America return, so to say, US return, I'll have to take this call in a minute. I'm I apologize for this disturbance. So, the point to be understood is that now there is no such practice of fruitive activities, performed through fire sacrifices. Now you go to office, you go to these schools and all the modern education which is there. What Krishna is saying here is those who are pravritti margis. Pravritti margi means I am here to give myself maximum joy. I should be safe, I should live long, and I should, as they say, eat, drink, and make merry. So that's what we are here for. And our endeavors, our efforts should be in this direction. Therefore, I study, I get a job, and then I enjoy. Now I'm coming to the main thing of this verse. This consciousness is very important to understand. Which consciousness? Boss, I go to office. I have earned it. Krishna is saying, they say there is nothing greater than this. We work hard. Whatever you see, I have earned it through my hard work. I have toiled. This feeling, dear devotees, now stay connected to the class. In one sense, the class actually begins now. This, this conviction in their own thinking process that I need to keep my house clean, I need to keep my things in order, I need to earn my money and feed myself. That is the way of life. And nothing else is the way of life. I will eat less and perform hard, take on hardships, and I will save money, and then I will enjoy with that money. So, what is wrong with it? These are the people who say कर्म ही पूजा है. हम तो कर्म योगी हैं. For them, work is worship. My very dear devotees, this mentality is very visible in the competitive world, in the corporate world. Oh, he couldn't take the heat, so he got left out of the race. But as I often say, even if you win the rat race, the irony of life is that you remain a rat. You don't become a cat or anything else for that matter. Why am I giving so much emphasis on this? This line of thinking is ingrained in most of us. And this line of thinking stops us from becoming surrendered. All of you sitting here genuinely believe, most genuinely, that if you don't do, it won't happen. You believe it. And then, so what? Why are you there in this class? Oh, well, because, we know we will do, we will get. But we want to understand Krishna's nature. But at this juncture, you know, we know that one has to perform one's prescribed duty. And then everything else will happen. Magic happens when you allow it to happen. I came to this place. Can this go off record, Mataji? Can you just take me off the record?